I mean, we're both competitors, and there's no ill will. And once we both get punched in the face, like, we're gonna be locked in.
Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I have an abundance of and of which you have none of.
Paul appears rattled after reports confirmed that Floyd Mayweather has officially joined Gervonta Davis's training camp. Though Paul keeps insisting he's staying calm and focused on his health, his body language tells another story. The thought of Mayweather fine-tuning Tank's precision, power, and ring IQ has clearly shaken his confidence. Fans now believe Jake finally realizes he's not just fighting a boxer. He's facing a world champion guided by one of the greatest minds in boxing history. And from the looks of it, the pressure is starting to show.
Cardio, the conditioning, it's a sprint and a marathon at the same time. But I feel great. So I don't know, after 5 years of doing it, I'm healthier than ever, mentally doing amazing. So I'm just always thinking of the positive. And even in sparring, I've never been knocked down or knocked out or anything. So I've just yet to experience any.
Have you ever been knocked out?
No, never. I was meditating once. That's how my nose is crooked. People think my nose is crooked from boxing, but I was meditating once. It's the only time I've ever passed out and I got knocked out. But I like was sitting on this higher chair thing, meditating, breathing in, and I think I had like low blood sugar or something, or it was early in the morning, earlier than I normally woke up, and I just fell forward straight into the concrete, and it broke my nose, and I was like knocked out.
To Floyd Mayweather's arrival at Gervonta Davis's camp has transformed the atmosphere completely. According to insiders, Floyd has been offering guidance on timing, strategy, and mental control as the fight draws near. His presence injects championship-level experience and composure into every training session. Under Mayweather's mentorship, Tank has doubled down on perfecting his technique, maintaining focus, and sharpening his mindset for what may become the biggest spectacle of his career. The student is learning from the master once again, and that combination is a terrifying thought for any opponent. Three boxing analysts can't ignore the glaring physical contrast between these two fighters. Gervonta Davis has spent his career dominating lighter divisions, where his explosiveness and timing are lethal against men closer to his natural size. Jake Paul, on the other hand, competes as a cruiserweight, often entering the ring significantly heavier, with longer reach and greater overall mass. Critics see this as the fight's biggest concern. The gap is so large that most sanctioning bodies wouldn't approve it as a legitimate contest. For many purists, the size disparity makes this matchup more of a spectacle than a fair fight.
My question is, what's the rules? And like, are they gonna actually try and knock each other out? Because it's gonna be a glorified sparring match. I'm not watching, dude. I don't give a fuck.
Jake's gonna have a hard time hitting him.
Yeah.
You know?
Big time. Gervonta's so fast and skilled.
Gervonta's gonna eat his
I thought
guts.
Jake was gonna fight Anthony Joshua. That seemed
No, that was actually getting.
That
sounded
the
more
craziest idea I've ever
Yeah.
heard. Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua is, crazy.
Not a sanctioned professional bout. This means the fight will not count towards either fighter's professional records.
So it's still being finalized.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
So
that.
what is so behind the scenes? You think there are things like, hey, we
Yes.
don't punch each other in the jaw?
Yep. Yep. Or don't go. We can punch in the face, but don't go for broke. Like, don't knock me out.
Really?
Yeah. It's an exhibition.
That's
so
not
they can
very
get away
interesting
with
to
it.
me.
No. Until I find the rule sets, but when I hear exhibition, I'm like, okay.
Jake is bodied up, man.
He's big.
Yeah,
Probably has 100 pounds on Gervonta.
maybe. I'd say Gervonta probably walks at 150.
So small.
So small. I mean, he's really small. Bring up Gervonta Davis next to Floyd Mayweather, because I've seen Floyd in person, and he's tiny. You've seen Floyd in person.
I've worked with Gervonta and Floyd.
Tiny.
Tiny.
Well,
Oh,
Floyd
dude.
likely has shoes on
Oh,
there.
dude, he's so small.
He's tiny, guys.
Yeah. And he's so small.
MMA analyst Chael Sonnen has emerged as one of Gervonta Davis's loudest supporters heading into this fight. To Sonnen, Davis represents the purity of boxing, skill, legacy, and discipline, while Jake Paul symbolizes the entertainment-driven side of the sport. He credits Jake for attracting new audiences, but says that attention came at the cost of authenticity. Sonnen believes Tank now carries the responsibility to remind the world what true elite boxing looks like. In his view, this fight isn't just about two fighters. It's about defending the sport's reputation and proving that skill still outweighs hype.
Tank has one job to do, which is to let anybody know that's listening that it doesn't make any difference, that boxing is a real sport. My skills versus your skills, of which I have an abundance of and of which you have none of. My life's commitment and dedication versus a second or third or fourth thought in the world of priority on your list. And I used to believe those things. Now, I go back far enough in MMA that I've had my eyes open a number of times. The fact that karate was so incredibly useless, or the fact that Jeet Kune Do was so incredibly useless, like, these were not things that I would have bet on when I was in high school. As a wrestler at that time, I would not have assumed that I would fare well in a fight against somebody that knew Kung Fu. We had all been falsely led through Hollywood. Not through competition, not through sport, not through understanding of the game, but just through Hollywood. We were told that those guys were the most dangerous guys. So, we then eventually get up to Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather, which had a weight discrepancy, but it was very small. I mean, I watched them weigh in.
5 weight divisions exist for a reason. They keep competition balanced and fighters safe. Davis has built his success fighting men who match his speed and size, but against Jake Paul, he faces a naturally larger athlete carrying far more muscle and power. Even if Tank's precision and timing remain superior, connecting cleanly against a heavier opponent who can absorb punishment is a different challenge altogether. Critics believe that while Jake's technique is limited, his size alone gives him a built-in advantage. The real question is whether Davis's experience and explosiveness can overcome a mountain of physical disparity.
No way in hell this fight was ever gonna happen. And the fact that y'all believed it, I don't know, you're stupid. So Rick Thompson, chairman of the Georgia Athletic Commission, told USA Today Sports that Paul's promotion company withdrew its request for permits and a rule waiver, citing the 65-pound weight difference between the fighters. The Rick Thompson guy straight up said they've been promoting something they should not have been. Come on, guys, like, use your brains. Y'all boxing fans, you understand this. This fight was never gonna happen. This is the article from USA Today. It says the status of the proposed fight between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis under scrutiny because of the weight discrepancy between the two fighters. Rick Thompson is coming out and saying this stuff because he said he believes it's in the public's best interest to know that they've been promoting something they should not have been. Communications director for the Office of the Secretary of State told USA Today Sports the event will not be happening. But funny enough, tickets are still available. You can still purchase them online, and the fight is still listed
Throughout his career, Gervonta Davis has built his name on legacy, taking on real challenges and proving himself against the best. That's why some fans are puzzled by his decision to share the ring with a YouTuber turned boxer. Many feel he should be chasing elite contenders, not participating in an exhibition that blurs the line between sport and spectacle. Others worry that by fighting Jake Paul, Tank might unintentionally validate influencer boxing as legitimate competition. While the payday and exposure are massive, traditionalists fear this move could distract from the championship legacy Davis has spent years building.
Is not the problem with boxing. Tank Davis is. Jake Paul's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. He's a Disney Channel kid, YouTube star turned boxer. Of course, he's gonna make these stupid spectacle matchups. He doesn't care about his career, his legacy, or the sport. Meanwhile, we have Tank Davis, the heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather and Adrian Broner, who has real talent. And if he was actually consistent in the ring and was willing to get in with some of the best fighters in the world, he could be top 3 pound for pound best fighters in the sport. But instead, Tank just wants to hold up his division for 5 years and make a mockery of the sport, especially with this fight. I know Tank Davis multiple times has said he only cares about the money and just wants to make 100 mil and go retire off an island somewhere, but that's bad for the sport, especially coming from one of our sport's biggest superstars. Look at guys like Naoya Inoue, Alexander Usyk, Terrence Crawford. Those guys are real fighters, okay? They challenge themselves against the best fighters in the world. And money comes their way too from it. Don't get it twisted. What's crazy is Tank would make just as much money if he fought Shakur, Devin Haney, even Teofimo Lopez. The biggest tragedy of all is the fact that Lamont Roach isn't getting his rematch. He got robbed in that fight with a knockdown. He definitely would have won the split decision, and he would have got his Buster Douglas moment, but he didn't. And now he can't even get a rematch because Tank is going to do this. And now Lamont Roach has to fight Pitbull Cruz instead. I used to be such a big Tank Davis fan, but over the last year and a half that I've had this channel, the amount of BS that I've had to report on Tank Davis just like this completely turned me off as a fan of Tank Davis. Jake Paul can do his thing with the influencers, with the MMA fighters, but with boxers,